on this road up to the first light that has a flashing light before the train goes through. Yeah, right there. That road is St. Francis. So when the light turns green, you turn left all the way, and you go down St. Francis, and you're going to go down the hill, and you're going to come to a bridge, right? So you're going to go onto the bridge, but you're going to take a right, and then you're going to get on the highway, and you're going to go all the way through on this road called I-25. There's a lot of construction up there, but you go all the way up there, and you start going all the way up this hill. Then there's going to be a rest area on the left. You don't stop at the rest area because you're on the right side. So you go all the way up, and then you go all the way down through that construction. You're going to go down the hill. That's La Bajada Hill, and you're going to go down, and there's an exit that goes to your right. Okay, so. But don't take that exit. You keep going straight. I'm just saying it because that's the exit to Cochiti, and you don't want to go to Cochiti ever. So anyway, you're driving, you're going up and down the hills, and then all in the middle of nowhere, there's this gas station, and you pull off at this gas station. Right there, take a right, and you can stop if you want gas. Get gas. That's okay because right now it's only $2.97. It is. So anyway, you go past the gas station. You're gonna go past the clinic on your right. You're gonna go past the middle school on your left, and and then the road dips down into this hill, and you're gonna go maybe 7, 8, 9 bushes, and then the road starts to curve, and you follow that curve, and you go down, and then you go down maybe just a little ways, and then you come to this overpass or underpass. As you're driving over, you're over it, but you're going to go under it. Don't go straight because that road goes to Cochiti. Do not go to Cochiti. Ever. So you come around, you go under the underpass, and you're going to pass, 6, 7 houses. Then you're going to get to Hawaii. I don't know why, but you're going to get to Hawaii, and then you take a right, and that road leads to the river. But don't get to the river. If you got to the river, you went too far. You just passed 2 houses, and there's a driveway right there, and it's called Tiwa Street, and you go down that driveway, and it's the first house, that's a brown house, that's on the right. Actually, all the houses are brown, but this one's really, really brown. So, anyway, never ask a Native American for it's a lot of fun doing stuff like this and being able to perform. In fact, Corey and I have this unique thing going on where there are a lot of Native comics out there. However, Corey and I have decided to go this route where a lot of our jokes are Native jokes, but then again, they're also universal so that everyone gets it. So, and because a lot of the Native comics that are around, performing around the country, they cater to a lot of the Native audiences, which is great. And Corey and I would probably do well there. But we're also trying to get into the whole, like, the main thing. There is some what do you call it? Some danger to that, though, because the first time I ever did comedy, it was 2004. I was up at Durango, Colorado, right? And I left my kids at home. I was a single father even back then in 2004. And I went up there to try to make a better life for myself, to go back to Fort Lewis College. And but before that, I had to raise some money. And so for 2 weeks, I was living in a trailer park in Ignacio because, what do you call it? I had asked for the key to just look around, and I left the back door open. So at night, when the sun went down, I would sneak in the back, sleep there because they were all heated and carpeted. And in the morning, before the sun came out, I would go and I would hop on the shuttle to take me to Durango, where I had a drawing pad, and I was selling my drawings so I could eat, right? And so anyway, I ran out of drawing paper, and I hadn't eaten since the day before. I hadn't sold anything. I was basically just in Durango just to be there. And so I'm like walking around, and then I don't know if I was in deep thought or whatever, but I missed that shuttle by just a few feet. It started going, and I ran after it, ran, and it took off. That shuttle that was going to take me to my warm spot. I didn't have a jacket on. I just had a shirt. I had left my jacket at the trailer because they said it was going to be warm that day, but Ricardo Cate again was wrong again. Anyway, so I missed the thing, and I'm like, I hadn't eaten since the day before, and I'm cold, and I'm actually walking through the street thinking, what am I gonna do, for tonight? I'm stuck here in Durango. And I didn't know that it was at the end of January. They had a thing called Snow Down. They're celebrating snow for a whole week. So it's a Wednesday night, right? January 31st, 2004. It's a Wednesday night. I'm walking by this place. It's a pizzeria. It's really loud in there. And there's a poster right there, and it says, stand-up comedy contest. Come try your comedy routine in 3 minutes, and, we get 15 contestants. And so I go, I'm looking at it, and at the bottom it said, the prize is a $50 gift certificate to this place, Far Courts. And so I looked in there, and I pictured myself eating a whole pepperoni pizza and drinking a big old pitcher of beer. Yes. And I walked in there, and I signed up. And I was number 15. And they were like, all right, everybody, we got our final contestant. Let's start this contest. And I went back, everybody, and this is a room of rich white people, right? That don't go to Fort Lauderdale. You guys know Durango. Yeah. So yeah, and they all move forward, and so I go towards the back. This is my first time, so I'm nervous, and so I start drinking up these little half thingies of beer, right? For courage. And then I start writing stuff on my hand because I don't know what I'm going to say, or so I'm writing stuff down. And at this point, I have been watching Comedy Central for like maybe for a few years. So I think I got comedy down. I think I know. I got timing. I got, I'll be able to do this. So the first contestant went up, and it was like this. Hey, so what did the Pink Panther say when he stepped on the ant? Da-da, 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 da-da. Like that. And so, knock, knock, who's there? Blah, blah, blah. Okay. And so I was like, okay, I can stand a chance. And so we kept going. And then it was my turn. They called. And our last contestant is Ricardo Cate. So I go up there, and like I said, room full of white kids, upstairs too, and it's like really loud. And so I'm like I'm shaking like this. I'm standing there like this. And then I forget that I had written something on here. So for 20 seconds, I just stand there. And I start hearing a couple of boos. And I was like, oh, I gotta say something. So I look up, and the first thing that came to my mind was, I'm very nervous up here, but not because this is my first time doing stand-up comedy, but I just realized I'm the only Indian in here in the room full of junk white people. And they got a laugh. I was like, oh, wow, cool. Yeah, being Indian is really fun because you can walk into any restaurant, and if they ask you, do you have a reservation, you can just say, yes. Yeah. And then I was on, right? Like, oh, yeah, this show, you may have seen me scalping tickets outside. And then I got the light, the last few seconds. And I thought, I had written this joke while I was standing in the back, looking around at all these people. And I thought, should I do this joke? And the smart guy inside me said no. But the one that draws cartoons, he said, do it, right? And so I said, oh, okay, I've been talking about being native. So anyway, it's not so bad being native, because every once in a while, Hollywood comes out with a movie that makes you proud of your culture, right? So for natives, it's Dances with Wolves, right? For black people, it's Roots. For Hispanics, it's Malago Beanfield War. For Italians, it's The Godfather, and for white people, Brokeback Mountain. And there was a pause. I thought they were going to kill me. But instead, 15 minutes later, I'm eating a large pepperoni pizza. Drinking a beer. So thank you for everyone for coming out here and supporting us, supporting this great cause. And Corey's going to call everyone out for a curtain call.
All right, keep it going for Ricardo Cate, everybody. Wow, my question is, what's wrong with coachity, right? I was like, dude, shots fired, I guess.